Well, I hope you can see me well. I can't see my screen very well, so I don't know if I'm coming across very well. But this message is about the content, not the visual aspects of it, as they all are. This is for Zombie Apocalypse Diaries, of course. I've been trying to figure out how to present my ideas for how to fix things and the way I would, in my approach, but in such a way that I'm not seeming like I'm forcing anything down anybody's throat. And that's not my intent, not by any means. I've figured something out, and I'd like to present it and a solution. Recognizing that Americans need leadership at this point, I'd like to see if I can offer to provide that. So, pardon me, I'm walking my dog. And so, what I would like to present is my idea for how to fix America and allow you to act on it, because I can't do anything. I can just present my ideas, I can just present my proposal for a solution, and it's up to you to decide. So, what my proposal is to solve the problem. The problem I have identified has to do with the fact that our government, our corporations, everything is controlled by psychopaths. People who, well, zombies we call them. I call them on this show. But they're psychopaths. And they have this mistaken belief that they're the right kind of humans and that we're all somehow inferior to them. Well, the fact is that they are incomplete as humans and need to be cured of their disease, which is lack of empathy. So, that is the problem. How do we solve it? They have basically formed our government, formed our economy, formed our nation, basically. I'm not suggesting that the likes of George Washington and especially not, my thing with names, reading his autobiography, he's on a $100 bill, Ben Franklin. I'm not suggesting Benjamin Franklin was a psychopath by any means, but he was working with them. So it's a fundamental problem that has to do with the founding of our country and the very fabric of our nation, and even the Constitution itself. But I can propose a solution within the confines of the Constitution, within the infrastructure of the United States as it exists currently. And that is simply a replacement of government with a trusted government. We are the people. We are from whom power is derived. All power is derived in this nation. So we are the ones who hold the power. So what I propose is that we restore that power, restore ourselves to power by putting in a citizen government, completely and totally made up of citizens, non-political players. I would personally screen them for psychopathy. Knock it off, Max. I would personally screen them for psychopathy, zombies, make sure they're not zombies. And what I propose is I would run for president. I would select a vice presidential candidate. I would also help screen and find candidates for Senate and Congress, or House. Excuse me, I'm on a very noisy street in a very noisy city. So as my platform, in order to change things, we have to have the whole government. So and we can only do it a third at a time. So it's going to be up to the people to decide if this is what happens. So, if people decide, then this is what I will do. My proposal. I will lead as president. I will gut the NSA completely and utterly and totally gut the NSA. I will issue a mandate to the Pentagon asking for requesting information on how to eliminate our nuclear arsenal, completely eliminate it. I want to downgrade our military completely. I want to stand down from all military operations as necessary. I want to initiate peaceful negotiations with every nation on this fucking planet, excuse my language, for world peace. No less than that, okay? I'm not going to settle for any of this nonsense. I'm going to gut the secretive information that is being held that's making this nation look like shit in the eyes of the world. And rightfully so, because we're hiding a lot of really crappy shit, like this revelations about Obama actually supporting torture and covering up Bush's tracks. So no more secrets. So that all gets gutted. The executive branch will be completely gutted. I will look for infrastructure that is functional still, like the FCC is very, very functional. The FAA is mostly functional. But we restore all functionality to all aspects of the executive branch, and Congress will be going through some reforms, started initially in the 1/3 of the House and Senate that we get the first election, and then subsequently in the next 2 elections we'll have the whole thing. And when I say we, I mean the citizens. I mean we are abolishing the Democratic and Republican parties. Once we get into office, they're gone. They no longer exist. They have existed as institutions of power only, not leadership. And their actions are done with. And I'm going to make sure that everybody in the United States and the world knows what they have been doing in our name. And we are going to issue an apology to the rest of the world for the shit they've been doing. We're going to explain to them how it's happened, how they are affecting others, and what's going on. And we're going to start curing people of psychopathy. I believe psychopathy can be cured. I'm probably the only person with any knowledge of psychopathy, any understanding of it, that believes that it can be cured. It is a lack of empathy, but it is lack of empathy was the symptom, was the cause, not the symptom. The symptom is lack of moral reasoning. So to cure psychopathy, you cure the symptom, in this case, which is lack of moral reasoning, or which is lack of moral reasoning. So you teach moral reasoning. All empathy does is help facilitate someone learning empathy learning moral reasoning on their own. Max, excuse me 1 second. Sorry. So, specific actions. I've got to come down and I've got to discuss specific actions at some point. But right now I just want to talk general notions. And that is the general idea of gutting the entire government, all the bureaucracies, everything. Starting at a federal level and moving on to the states. And perhaps even starting at the state level with California. Both simultaneously state of California and the federal government. But, alternatively, we do it by states, whatever. I don't know. It's up to you, basically. I have the ideas, and that's my proposal for how to fix America. But I do know that we have to do something drastic. I mean, these are drastic times. I mean, we have a government that is spying on us, that believes we are inferior to them, and that we should be told what to do in our every moment, that we should be told how to think, how to act, and this is not something I abide by. This is not freedom. Most of us are, we have the most people in jail of any nation in the world. I want that all changed. I will personally see to it that our prisons are changed into public institutions from private institutions, and are made into educational facilities, not frickin' places where people can be tortured. I will issue mandates about law enforcement that, more than anything, I'm just going to lead. I'm just going to lead. And leadership is something we don't have. We don't have a president in that White House talking to Americans as if we are his people. We're not his people. We're his underlings. And that's not going to happen anymore. America will be led, not ruled. I will not be your ruler. I will not dictate your activity to you. I will not dictate your actions and attitudes. I will encourage and I will lead by example primarily. First and foremost, I will not go around going after whistleblowers while at the same time doing the exact same thing, prosecuting people for things that I do. No, I don't do that. That's not what this country is about. So I will restore full ethics to the White House and to the full government. The most difficult part of this is going to be finding volunteers. These are volunteers that are going to be running for office to run the country. And hopefully we can find people in the audience and wherever else that would be interested in doing this. And hopefully we can come up with some good screening mechanisms to weed out the psychopaths, get rid of them, and cure them. By the way, prison system in our country, 15% of the prison population is psychopaths, the real people that should be in prison. The executive boardrooms of our corporations in America, about 90% psychopaths. You tell me. Oh, and in the general population, only 3%. So 3% of the population is psychopaths, 15% are in prison, 90% of the corporate boards are made up of psychopaths. You tell me. Zombies. So, that's my basic platform. I'll keep throwing in some other ideas. I do have brain damage. I can't remember everything at once. I do have some issues being able to write things down because of being busy in life, trying to survive this nation. The reign of our supreme commander, emperor, whatever the hell he thinks of himself, and our psychopathic rulers. So that's where we're at so far. I should have continued on the back road. Taking wrong turns. It's okay. Anyway. There are some pretty obvious ways to tell if someone's a zombie, by the way. If you see them going into or coming out of, you see them coming into, you know you're a zombie. If you see anybody coming into or going out of the business I'm about to show you, you know, absolutely know they're a zombie. Why? Because what this business provides isn't food. And what they do to their employees is fucking torturous exploitation. It's bullshit. I'm referring to that business. Those golden arches. Yes. That fucking dump. That's zombie food. That's not food. That's what feeds zombies, man. Literally and figuratively. Enjoy! So, we know that zombies are immature, right? They're more like children. Well, let's look at an example. Really good example of what zombies are. Look at all the toys. There's the little kid's toys and the big kid's toy. Yeah, children. You know, the level of stupidity of people in this country is beyond belief. I cannot understand how you people don't understand that something is fucking desperately, stupidly wrong with this country. I called the Lawyer Referral Information Service in San Diego. They gave me 2 numbers. The first one, oh, we don't do that. Okay, so why did the referral service give me your number? Second one, didn't even answer the phone. And then I'm bumbling through, or I'm trying to get information from this Lawyer Referral Information Service on a second attempt to get information. And the fucking woman doesn't know the fuck she's doing. None of these people know what they're doing. We've got idiots doing phone work. We've got morons doing customer service. We've got idiots running the banks and assholes running the country. Idiots, selfish fucking morons running corporations. Nothing fucking works. What the fuck is the matter with you people that you don't see that nothing fucking functions properly in this country? What, do you think it's just the way things are and it'll get better? No. You're fucking stupid, okay? This is not how things are supposed to be. This is how things are because you're sitting on your fat, lazy fucking asses doing nothing about it. Okay? While fucking zombies run your goddamn world and turn you into fucking zombies. God damn, how fucking stupid can you morons be, man? I cannot fucking get a thing done. Okay, I'm disabled, and I've got all this time in the fucking world, but I can't get anything done because nothing fucking works. Parts stores don't have parts. Stores don't have stuff I need anymore. Lawyer referral services don't give you fucking real referrals. Fucking Better Business Bureau. The reason I'm calling a lawyer is because the Better Business Bureau violated their own fucking agreement to not send the complaint to the fucking business. You know, then I fucking go online and I read and find out the Better Business Bureau is just a fucking protection racket. What a fucking joke this country is. I mean, shame on you people. Absolutely fucking shame on you for tolerating this shit. What are you fucking... Oh, you're zombies. Duh. Damn fucking zombies. Tired of them. Get out of my fucking country, zombies. Welcome to Zombie Apocalypse Diaries. Good evening. Topic that's difficult to broach and even more difficult to articulate, discuss, and sometimes equally difficult to remember is, the notion of, am I appealing to special interests? Is my effort to appeal to a majority or the special interests or certain people and disavow other people? I say all this stuff about psychopaths, And, the only thing I'm against is the actions and attitudes and paradigms that are contradictory to human nature. So the truth is, I'm for everybody, universally. I do believe that the policies that I hope to um, plant the seeds for, that we together develop, and that's what this is about, is that we develop these together. I'm just planting seeds. I'm just trying to help us figure out how to solve it. I have some ideas on how we can start the solution, but we all have to work together for the solution. So, this is to meet everyone's needs and hopes, not wants and desires. Those are products of addiction. These are hopes, hopes and dreams for an ideal society. We can do it. We're America. Come on. All we have to do is say we can, and we can. That's how powerful the human mind is. And, so, no, this is to appeal universally. Because, like I said, the only thing I'm against is the paradigms, and those are flaws in reasoning, is all. That's all they are, is flaws in reasoning. And all you need then is a guide to show you how to solve the reasoning issue, and that will, pardon the loss of train of thought, it's not fun to deal with on my end either, so, and no, I don't drive like this. Oh, shit. I have video of me driving. I'm fairly confident. But anyway, no, it's universal appeal because it's the flaws in reasoning, and I have learned to reason at the perspective called universal ethics, universal perspective, where it considers everybody universally, and it was my effort to strive for the correct answer, and that's all it is the philosophy of being correct, and that's my philosophy, and I seem to have developed it as a unique philosophy, and I'd like to use it as my gift to you. And if it's in the capacity of executive, I don't want to. I know I can't do it myself. No one ever does it themselves anymore. I don't think anyone ever did. But I don't want it, but I will accept it. I'd rather just maintain an advisory role, but I think, leadership needs to be gotten, and I think I'm ready to set that example and take that first step, which is what leadership is taking that first step. This is awful hard. I've been accused of having delusions of grandeur, but I've just always wanted to help. I don't know how else to put it. I've always been hurt by people accusing me otherwise. And, whatever capacity I can do, I'm realizing that, I'm 45, I'm mature, I've learned a great deal, I've matured, I think, relative to most people, to a greater extent, and maintained it, largely because of my isolation from the culture, essentially culturally banished in my own home nation, and then ostracized because I became disabled. Sorry, a little bit of gasping. Yes, I'll probably be about as bad off as Roosevelt was. He was fairly well crippled. I don't think I'll be wheelchair bound by any means, but
won't be able to do the whole throw out the first pitch and all that ceremonial stuff. God, these are going to be hard times for us all, you know. And like I said, it's separating the actions and attitudes from the people and working to benefit everyone. And it's not like we're giving up anything that's beneficial, and not by any means. We don't have to give up our technology. We don't have to give up our medicine. We don't have to give up our iPhones and whatnot. You know, I'm using my old phone as a camera. You know, it's very useful in that regard. Welcome to the modern age. You know, it's not rejection of anything except the bad. And it's recognition that there's something wrong. You know, it's basically the 12-step program minus a few steps of a religious nature being kind of subtracted out of the equation for the benefit of all. And it's recognition that we need to make some drastic changes in perspective. You know, that maybe some of our lifestyles aren't as good as we think they are. You know, how many of you wealthy elite out there really feel secure? You know, really feel like 5, 10 years from now you're going to be safe. You know, 2 years from now, a year from now, this year. You know, and how many of you middle class, dedicated, hard-working factory workers down in the South or up in the Northeast and Midwest and elsewhere, and service workers all over, how do you feel about your jobs and your position? Do you think you're going to grow? Do you think you're going to expand? You know, it can't go on, you know, and is your lifestyle really that good? You know, maybe there's a better idea, you know, and I think we should all sit down and think, because by the way I figure it, we should only be working about 5 hours a week. You know, we should have machines doing a lot of this for us and evaluating what's really needed and just taking a major look, just really drastic look, and maybe deciding that working together we'd all have it better than the best of us could if we just took. You know, we could all be living better than Bill Gates right now. Anyway, distracted.